All praise is due to Allah, who has united the hearts of the believer in Islam and has made it an obligation to remain united, and has made it forbidden to become separated in His clear book. I bear witness that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah, who guides to the straight path whom He wills, and I bear witness that our leader Muhammad is His messenger and the best caller to the way that is straight. O Allah, send your prayers and your peace upon our leader Muhammad and upon his family and upon his companions, whose hearts were united and whose souls were educated, so that they became victorious leaders. And what follows thereafter, O believers of Allah, I advise you as well as I advise myself, to first have the proper regard for Allah, and thereafter be obedient to Him. Dear believers, I greet you with the universal greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you. This week we are looking at the attribute of al-mani, which means the withholder, the one who holds back. And we see this in our life. We see this in our personal experience often. And sometimes our response to this may not be the best. Sometimes because Allah keeps something from us or withholds something from us, we feel as if it's a personal attack, as if Allah is upset with us, or if Allah is not happy with us, or Allah does not agree with our decisions or our actions. And we know that sometimes these things that Allah withholds from us are a test to see if Allah is going to still show us, a test for us to see if we're still going to be grateful to Allah, a test for us to see if we're still going to have faith in Allah, a test for us to see if we're still going to maintain our Muslim dignity when it comes to things that we feel that we should have, or maybe we should have, based on our understanding. But Allah is al-mani, and so the things that we desire may not reach us. The things that we desire so much in this life may not reach us because it is a decision of Allah. And so it's up to us to decide, how do I in turn act? Because I do not receive this thing that I feel that I should have, or this thing that by all accounts that I should have. Allah is al-mani. So this is one of the attributes of Allah. This is one of the characteristics of Allah. So we should understand as we go through life, and there are things that are being kept from us, or things that we're unable to attain. It's not necessarily an indictment on you. It's not necessarily an indictment on who you are or what you deserve. It's a test. It's a test to see how you should respond, a test to see how you carry yourself in that time of adversity. And we know in the Quran the many instances that Allah is telling us how to deal or how to address things. He says several times to leave me alone to deal with those who I created bare and alone, or to leave me alone to deal with those who make a mockery of their religion, or those who go astray. So we see this context of where Allah is saying that it's hit for Him to deal with, and how Allah deals with things is none of our concern. That's the will of our Creator. And sometimes the things that we think or hope that will happen in this life may not, and it may be something that takes place in the next life. But it's a test. When things are withheld from us, it's a test for us to see how we respond. Do we still have faith? Do we still have gratitude to our Creator? Do we still uphold our good Muslim dignity? So Allah is al-mani. So use that as we characterize the things that we don't have, or the things that we aren't able to achieve. That maybe it's not this other person or this other this situation that's keeping you from it. It's Allah. It's Allah's will that you did not have that. So go to your Creator with your concerns. Go to al-mani with your concerns. He is the withholder. أقول هذا استغفر لي ولكم والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Allah is Al-Mani, the withholder. So often we think about Allah withholding the things that we desire, the things that we want, that we feel that in this life, in the dunya, is going to improve our condition. And what we do is we make these requests, these du'as, these rabbanas, where we ask Allah to give us good in this life and good in the next life. We ask Him to give us a certain type of family, to give us paradise, to give us all these things. And sometimes we beg and we plead with our heart, with intention, with sincerity. And we may be very righteous. We may be good people. We may be the best Muslim. We may be Hafiz of Quran. We may pray all of our prayers on time and give in zakat and fast and made Hajj on several occasions and taken people with us. And we ask Allah for something. We ask Him to give us something to improve our condition that will benefit us here in this life. And sometimes we don't get it. Sometimes we don't receive those things that we feel that we need from Allah, that Allah should give us because we're such a good Muslim and we believe in Him and we have faith. But what do? We go back to Him. We go back to Him and ask us to give us the good things in this life because maybe our life in this current situation isn't so great. Maybe our situation isn't so great. And so I don't raise my voice and yell at my Creator. I don't get upset because He's not giving me the things that I want. Allah is Al-Mani. He is the withholder. He's the one that's holding that back. Because maybe He knows what's best for you. Maybe He's testing you. And we know that prayer of give me good in this life and good in the next, the most important portion of that prayer is to ask for good in the next life. To ask to achieve paradise. And so what I'm doing when I do this is setting myself up to know that if I'm seeking to achieve paradise, there are a certain set of actions and ways that I must govern myself in order to do that. Even though Allah has withheld from me the things that I may feel are beneficial for me. There's certain things that I have to do as a Muslim, as a believer, in order to achieve paradise. So I ask Allah, give me good in this life and good in the next. So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about Allah improving my condition, but He may not. But I still turn back to Him. I still turn to Him. I still go to Him and ask for help. I still go to Him and ask Him for forgiveness. I still go to Him with gratitude and appreciation for leading me to the religion of Islam that gives me a clear pathway to paradise. And so I'm thankful. Allah is Al-Mani. He is the withholder. And just as He may be withholding something bad from you, for some it may be that He didn't put you in a certain situation or didn't put you in a certain environment because you're not mature enough to handle that. That you might make the wrong decision and create a situation for yourself when you don't get to achieve paradise. So sometimes it's a blessing from Allah. And so as we think about how we carry ourselves and how we treat others and how we treat ourselves, we have to think about maybe Allah is withholding some harm from us. Maybe this is why we're in the situation that we're in. Maybe this is why we're having the experiences that we're having, because He's withholding something from us. He is Al-Mani. And we know where it talks about those who reach old age. Allah is withholding maybe their punishment, giving them another chance, another day to do the right thing. Maybe He's allowing them to live one more day to ask for forgiveness for the day before. He's withholding this punishment. It could come in an instant. It can come just like that. We can all be held to account right now in this very moment for our actions. But Allah has given us an opportunity to ask for His forgiveness. Allah has given us an opportunity to seek Him out and ask Him to give us good in this life and good in the next. This is what we need from our Creator. So don't think that because you're not getting the things that you want to have at this moment, the environment, the situation is not perfect for you right now in this moment, that I have to then discount or push aside my opportunity for paradise. We ask Allah to give us good in this life and good in the next. And the only way that we're going to see the good life in the next is how we carry ourselves here in this life. Allah is Al-Mani. He is the withholder. He may be withholding something from you to test you, but that's His prerogative. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك سميع عليم إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين لا شريك له بذلك أمرت وأنا أول المسلمين الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.